Ha ha! Those are my shoes. Got you good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shyzalosophy 101. Yeah, we love that part. It's great to be alive, right? Here's your host, Shyzabox. Oh, the show must be starting. Oh, we hear our introduction. Oh, giddy up, girl, hurry up. Oh, we're gonna be late. Go, girl, go. Oh, girl, giddy up. Oh, good girl. And the horse. You rode in on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome nuns and all, priests, preachers, cardinals, rabbis, weirdos with beardos, Alcoholics Anonymous, anyone who accidentally clicked on this by mistake. Boy, is your algorithm messed up now. Welcome nuns, welcome all. We have got a fantastic show for you today. Sorry. By fantastic, we've got a free show for you today. That's right. Free shows are the best. Not this one. What? Damn it, Mom, keep those comments to yourself. Got a free show for you today, but remember, you do get what you pay for. But bear in mind, obviously, you lucked out with good old Shyzabox. You know why? Oh, you already do. Well, we don't have to tell you. There might be ones of new people. You lucked out with good old Shyzabox because we did something a little ahead of its time. You might be saying, yes. You may touch us through the internet. Okay, enough touching. We did something a little ahead of its time, you know, and we're not talking about our computational things, this, that, the other. Sebastian, hello and hi. Yes, welcome to the show. We're just getting into the, kind of dynamics of how it works around here. We did something a little ahead of its time in calling what is referred to as Daryl Dixon dibs, okay? Now, everyone's familiar, for the most part, with The Walking Dead, okay? Fantastic show, sure. Get captured at the end of one season, escape at the beginning of the next, right? Fantastic. It's good TV. We called Daryl Dixon dibs on being best of the worst internet celebrities there is. Okay? Well, keep in mind, with that, we get to be a celebrity, but maybe not a good one. Okay? But our personal guarantee to each and every one of our fans, hi, Mom, no matter what, anything else you watch besides this, pretty much guaranteed to be better. That's right. That's something to celebrate in its own accord. Subscribe. No, that's the downvote. Do as you will. Anyhow, today, we're effing all sorts of things. You might be saying, is this your OnlyFans show? What? No, this isn't our OnlyFans show. That camera's lower down there. Believe you me. No views. It's not a good show. You don't want to go there. We already warned you, that's why. Jeez, don't rub it in. So anyhow, Internet, you might be saying to yourself, just end the stream. No. Still got a full cup of swill. We're in it for the long haul. By long haul, until we feel like leaving. Okay? Keep in mind, that's the difference between good shows and this one, okay? Good shows, you kind of know what you're getting. You're like, oh man, Joe Rogan's got a new episode, or Asmon of the Gold, or The Quarter of the Ring, not Unsleeved Media, whatever. Tim of the Pools, I hate that guy. Well, whatever. Doesn't have to be Tim of the Pool. The guy who left and formed his own, not Tim of the Pool. Who was on Tim of the Pool? I don't know. What's his name? We forget. Point is that because it's a day of effing all sorts of things, we figured to ourselves, why not have us some good old fantastic fun in doing such? Now, you might be saying, what's fun about this? Well, nothing's fun about this. You're only going to really subjectively get out of it what you fail to put in. In essence, really, you're just watching some crazy cosmological, self-proclaimed cosmological philosopher drink a cup of coffee. Now, This crazy self-proclaimed cosmological philosopher is pretty crazy. You might be saying, that starts with a C. Well, not if we fucking say it doesn't. Bad word, downvote. See you later. Excellent. Well, believe you me, the shaft is thick and the wheat falls from not thick shafts or something. I don't know. However it works. We're not inherently farmers or anything like that. Who's that? Carrie. Hello and hi. Welcome to the show. Believe you me, if you didn't interject by just announcing that of a basic greeting, which we appreciate, okay? If you didn't interject, we probably would have got ourselves in all sorts of trouble. We don't even know where we were heading vernacularly. Hi, I just liked and subbed to you. Oh, Carrie, that's so nice. Carrie, you're going to regret that. You're now probably, you've already subscribed. So how long's it been now? What? 6, 7 seconds? Hey, in that 6 or 7 seconds, your data's probably been sold at least 600, 700 times. Theoretically, I don't know. We don't know how the world works nowadays. We just know that data is very, very, very important to companies. That's why, they love those surveys that will just take approximately 10, 15 minutes. Oh, they love that. We don't do them. No. Might be saying that's not fair. Those companies work hard to get everything about your information and knowledge. That might very well be true, but they can buy it the same as every other company does. We're not going to give them the extra access to our reviews of their services. No. You provide your services, and if we utilize them and enjoy them, we will utilize them again, maybe even highly praise them. We're not going to fill out a survey indicating such, one way or another. If you provide a service, we utilize it, and it sucks ass, such as, who is it? The new Hyundais of the Santa Fe's and whatnot, okay? Yeah. You can't make this shit up with that motherfucking company, and we're not saying it's nationwide or anything like that, but Hyundais, the ones with the Santa of the Fe's, they have all this bullshit and marketing they try and do and dupe you into all of these dynamics set up around the confines of this fucking piece of shit vehicle. And these motherfuckers, tell you right when you're signing the paper, free oil changes, free this, that, the other, bumper to bumper for the first, however many thousands of miles, right? Whatever. And like we said, maybe not nationwide. But, these fucking assholes, all right, go ahead. Sorry, vernacularly, okay? We get a little worked up on F days. We F all sorts of stuff. And you know what? F Hyundai Santa Fe policy on their 2026 models not being a part of their free oil change bullshit. That's not how they fucking sell that shit before they get you to sign the line. It's not even us directly affected by this. But you know what? Fuck Santa Fe Hyundai's policies when they purposely misjudge and weigh their scales and dupe people into thinking that they are going to get something that they will not. F those guys on F Day. What's fun about that? Well, nothing's fun about that. They're raking people over the coals and people don't know. Carrie, you can absolutely tell us anything that you would like. Believe you me, it makes the show better. Because no one wants to hear the ramblings of some old boomer dude that randomly rambles as some old boomer dude. Your birthday's in a couple days. Well, Carrie, happy birthday in a couple days. Fantastic. We hope that you have a great amount of plans and or even not plans set up in place so that you can enjoy the most bestest of days with which forth you can have. We wish you the bestest on your birthday coming up in a couple days. That wasn't funny. That was a sincere, we wish you the best. It's 12. What's 12? The time? Or are you saying your birthday's in 12 days? It's more than a couple. couples too. And believe you me, if it's your 12th birthday, this show's for adults, okay? You probably shouldn't be here. We say bad words on occasion, and believe you me, this show isn't made for kids. It even said so when we put in the start. Not that we don't appreciate you kicking it and hanging around. Believe you me, there is some content on the show that is geared towards more that of your nature, mate. For my birthday, my mom is taking me to a squishy store, but I mean I'm going to be 12 on my birthday. Well, we thought that might be what you meant, that you might be 12 on your birthday, okay? Happy birthday. We wish you the best. Go find another show to watch, though. This show sucks. This show isn't for 12-year-olds. It's not for anyone who's under the age of legal consenting adult with which can hear bad vernacular language on occasion. We apologize, okay? We don't want to give you an early birthday present of telling you this show isn't made for you, but Carrie, thank you so much for hanging out and wanting to hang out, but this show is not geared towards kids, and believe it or not, we wish it upon ourselves on that of our F days, our fun days. Our F days are not fun, Carrie. Carrie, you hear bad words all the time, trust me. I mean, we hear you that you may hear bad words all the time, but you shouldn't need hear them from us if they can be relegated. We doubt not that you have heard far worse and probably been subjected visually to a manner and metric of things far worse than that of here that you may find. However, keep in mind, this show here is all for philosophical entertainment, Carrie. It's not geared towards that of a underdeveloped mind. And we're not saying that your mind is underdeveloped. We're not saying you haven't heard bad words. We're not saying you can't contemplate and conjecture subjectively that of what is said. However, without the foundational knowledge and lithic logic based within that of your foundational substrate of knowledge and being as that of your own entity, we cannot admittedly single-handedly sit here and adhere to the parameters of the normal justification of a, realm of a conscientious thought that which can be subjectively elicited and put into that of a youth. Hey, we're sorry. We understand you've heard worse. We understand you hear bad words, but when you're talking about metaphysical contemplations and you're talking about subjective reasonings on someone who has never taken a formalized physics class, it's not for kids. We never took a formalized physics class, Carrie. We never took it in high school and or college. We are not that of a certified teacher, though we were a substitute teacher once upon a time. We do harbor and hold diplomas and degrees. However, we are not accredited in that of the formalization of degree and diplomatizations. Hey, we do not teach at a college or a university. We are not empirically validated, Carrie. Now, you may go look at any of our math and or science and audit and check that for which of yourself, Carrie. But again, once of which, the show is not geared towards kids. When we're talking about the, Godel, we're talking about David Deutsch, we're talking about Wheeler's It by Bit, we're talking about Marletto's extension to constructor theory upon that of Deutsch's. We're talking about our own even minor, Shyzalosophical extension to the constructor theory, okay? It's not geared towards kids because it's not empirically validated, and we may say a bad word or two, and you cannot go into a physics class in that of your future high school dynamics and be like, I heard Shyzabox on the internet say that Landauer is disposable logic when you reinterpret Fiedler. However, we don't know. Again, Carrie, we don't even know how to pronounce these scientists' names, let alone try and conduct a manner or orchestrate a method of conveying such of which as a metaphysical, not empirically validated for your subjective understanding and that of philosophical entertainments, premises, and bases. Hey, Carrie, awesome. You have a good one, and we'll appreciate it if you stop by again to say hi, but make sure it's just a quick stop and a quick drop. The big JC in the house. JC, we just had to do a massive pause on the show and drop some vernacular mastery in which we had to get rid of that of whom. This show is not geared, unfortunately, towards that of whom. It's not for kids. believe you me, that'll get us in all sorts of Joey trouble right away. If it's from Joey, it's a no-y. Joey's sick. Bleh. Big JC, welcome, welcome. Always fantastic. The show's never that of which it's not until it becomes that of what it becomes. More of this effing crap. That's right. Fits from Joey, just say no-y. That is the tried and true metric of how one can truly have that of an F day. Now, an F day, what does that inherently mean? Well, fun, fantastic, friendly, functional, and fantastic. Again, I mean, we might have already said fantastic once, but I mean, F days are so good, you fucking say it twice. Thank you for the love hearts, we deserve them.
And for that bad word, these downvotes?
As you deem fit. They're kind of like a massage. Downvote us more, Daddy. Oh, Daddy, downvote us more. Oh, it massages our shoulders. Oh, get those downvotes into our fucking back. Oh, yeah. Downvote the shit out of us, Daddy. We love downvotes. Oh, massage us. Yeah. Oh, sorry. A little bit too much of an F day. Where were we? No, we're good. Fuddruckers, let's get some Fuddrucker burgers in this bad boy. Have you ever thought about Fuddruckers competing right across the street with Whataburger? Now you might be saying, what is that, some Theo Von type logic? I don't know, it kind of sounds like it. We wish we had the logic of Theo Von. Believe you me, if we ever got to meet that dude, we definitely want to shake his hand. Maybe some of his goodness would rub off. Nah, he does have quite the way of looking at the world, and believe you me, his show's way better than ours. But could you imagine if Fuddruckers, was there right across from Whataburger, what those kind of marketing days might look like? What if they each pay people to hold signs? What if they each have their own wacky waving, inflatable, flailing arm guys? And when they're waving, it's like they're giving each other the finger across the street. Like, F you, Fuddruckers. F you, Whataburger. And you know, they go hand in hand. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they have people out there twirling the signs. Fuddruckers on one side of the street, Whataburger on the other. They're wacky, waving, inflatable, flailing arm guys flipping off everyone who goes by. Don't go to Fuddruckers. Don't go to Whataburger. They don't care. They have no skin in the game. They're not real. They're marketing tools. Okay? It's how we get those ones of subscribers to stop by. What? Wacky, waving, inflatable, flailing arm guy better go take a selfie. I mean, we might be a broken record at this point, but believe you me, those mattress stores we stop at, we wouldn't if they didn't have those wacky, waving, inflatable, flailing arm guys. Fuddruckers, we haven't been to one of those in years. We haven't been to a Whataburger in years, ironically, as well, okay? Now, can't do everything all the time. Everything's fine. What was that, read poem? No, it's F Day. F poems, that's for P Day. This isn't P Day. This is F Day. A Frankfurter? Well, hell yeah, now you're talking. Get you a Frankfurter, get you a foot longer. Get you a foot longer Frankfurter. Fuck! You could put some mustard on it. Some French's mustard. Maybe some Fritos on the side. And a fun dip for dessert. My tongue turns blue or red. Depends on the color. They probably have green too. It doesn't matter. No, not really. Frankfurter, Fuddruckers, F days. Yeah, we've had fun already. Hell, this stream could end now, and we've had a good one. Mission accomplished. Nothing productive done. We wished Carrie a happy birthday in a few days, but believe you me, they weren't supposed to be here. They're turning 12. Show's not made for kids. It's not good. Alas, lo and behold, I guess there are certain parameters and dynamics one need adhere to when it is that of an F day. Are you having that of what is fun and fancy-free? Can you utilize that of failure and fun in that of the same sentence? French fries, absolutely! Fry failed at the fun in which French fries provide the vernacular in which their accounting are on good old F day. What is failure? Failure is probably just a construct. What is it? Everyone says that, you know, a failure is a way of knowing how not to do it. Something like that. Boy, did we fail a lot growing up. Nah, how it goes, I reckon. Anyhow, like we said, today is a day all about just F things. All right, we had some gripes. Hey, Frosties, those are delicious. And there's Frosty the Snowman, believe you me. As long as he's not yellow, he could be delicious too. Or, hell, go even down the Frosty route. You could start thinking snow cones, but call them Frosties and they count. We could rename all sorts of foods and reapply the metric. Funwitches. Right? It's what Jimmy John sells, the Funwitch. The Unwitch. Funyuns, fried fish, absolutely. Hell, it was just K-Money the other day saying his wife made a really good Frito pie. What else could we forge in the F-fire? Fresh fruit? I mean, but you don't really forge that in a fire. But fresh fruit, I mean, hell, sounds like an F day right there. Now, a good F day or not, irrelevant. Needless to say, as far as that of what is considered a complete failure of an F, all right, would be that of our show yesterday. So, before we even go venturing further into that of wherever this venture is to become, we do need to inherently apologize for something pertaining to last stream. Now, you know us, we can't be perfect all the time. That's God's job. Pertaining to our last stream, though, sorry about that. We had to cut out early. We had all sorts of effing things going on yesterday, believe you me. But we see the best part of an F day coming up already in the chat. The big JC coming through with the message of the day. Stay the F away from Joey. If it's from Joey, it's a no-y. Look out, Joey! That was close. Barely dodged him. Ew! Joey! Oh, sorry we threw that in your house. Clean that Joey up. Go give him to the next live stream you watch. We're sanitizing our camera. There you go. Joey can't come back in through this way. Shit's cleaned up. We got a hermetic seal on that motherfucker. Fully functional fan. Well, believe you me, nothing like a fully functional fan, because those decrepit half-ass functional ones suck. Kind of like the metric of understanding would be equated to that of a good show like Asmund of the Gold, Joe of the Rogan, and us, okay? There's our fully functional, where not so much. Fun, fantastic, functional, fairly for I don't know, funsies. Not as fun, but, you know, funsies, it's a type of fun. You know, it doesn't have to be the most fun. Flies, believe you me, flies fucking suck. Nothing like a good old pesky fly annoying the shit out of you. Boy, it's not that fun. But, alas, they got a purpose for something, right? I mean, annoying the shit out of people. FFS. F and flies, FFS. Fungus. Interesting thing about fungus, it's like they're trying to get people to start smoking fungus and mushrooms. We were venturing out and about and gallivanting on the fucking, I don't know, middle part, I don't know. I think we were in Tennessee at the time, and like, dude, these guys are like selling like fungus mushrooms to people for like inhaling purposes. Now, effing sick is correct. JC, you're not far off the money. And believe you me, we were talking with our philosophical buddy Jimmy Jamz or whatever, you know him. We were talking to our buddy Jimmy Jamz and whatnot, and they mentioned, and we hadn't looked into it, but if there is a correlation between ABC liquor stores losing money in Tennessee and foundationally them changing the metrics for how they could do that, what is it, the CBD stuff, the hemp, whatever people play with nowadays, I don't know. We dabble not. We have our swill. We have our coffee. We rock and roll. To each his own. But when you go and venture and stuff and just look and see the sights of a town and you go and you see that they're selling what is fungus and mushrooms for people to inhale, what the hell is that? Like, we've been around the block, we've lived in Europe for a stint, we've been to places where culturally it's acceptable to utilize that of foundationally what is misunderstood by the metrics of mankind's blanketed wish to elicit that of their desires to control the usages, means, and being of that of another. All right, we've been around the block, we've seen stuff, all right? We've been to places or whatever in Tennessee where they used to have what was construed as CBD and this, that, the other. Now they don't. Now it's fucking mushroom bullshit. And our buddy Jimmy Jamz made notice of, you know, maybe the aspect, and we haven't looked into the finances as of yet, but it is very intriguing to do such. You start looking, if there was a massive financial drop in that of ABC liquor store sales and that of what the CBD dispensary, distillery, whatever places, I don't know, whatever they're called. If those places were making all the money and ABC was not, they changed the laws overnight to fuck these people. Ooh, we feel bad for them. We don't even partake in either one of either side of the argument, ironically. Everyone to each their own. We believe in not interfering in that of the others, but when we see one utilizing a misbalanced practice of scale techniques and things of that nature to utilize their control over that of another entity, especially that of society within which we are a part of, that's some Joey-ass shit. That's for F-Day. F dishonest car dealers thinking that you're going to get free oil changes on your car because they tell you you will, and then when you go to get it, they say, no, it's free for not that year's model. Fuck those guys. Hyundai iSanta Fe 2026. Fuck you guys and fuck your car. Theoretically, in our opinion. Hey? And like we said, it's not even maybe nationwide, worldwide, or anything like that, but you got dishonest practices in dealerships, fuck you guys. Theoretically, okay? Obviously, we wish no ill will do and conduct that of your business, but we will not be giving you another single fucking dollar. And ironically, it's not even our dollars with which go to you anyway. So that just means we're just never going to buy one of your fucking cars because you dinked over one of our friends. That's it. We go by word of mouth, and we trust that of our brethren, not that of your loyalty to some bullshit-ass metric of a corporation that you exist within. F that. We're done with dumb shit in society. If our buddy gets screwed over by a place now, we're going with our buddy. We're voting with our wallets, and we're shutting down these bullshit-ass metrics that keep inhibiting functional society from maintaining a dynamic of friendliness, of functionality, of fucking basic fucking-manity. Humanity with an F. For vulgarity. For emphasis. Let's see these ones of chats that we are missing. You'll most likely end up in effing hospital. If you have that flies, that fungus, and you are effing sick, and you're smoking those effing, the fungus that they put on you, and now, what is it, is it said that the ABC liquor stores now are going to have licenses for their fucking wares? I don't know. In our opinion, okay, for philosophical entertainment, we might want to put on that of our thinking hat here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. If we're going to venture into metaphysical.
That's not an F word.
No. FFS. If we're venturing into metaphysical and we're already kind of heated and hot, why not be a little perturbed? We don't want to look ridiculous on the internet. Oh. Little hot under the collar right now. It's all right. Thinking hat engaged. Let's contemplate. They also want their big toe stuck in the point of sale business. Not only that, corporations want every single component and metric, and then, they'll utilize tactics, techniques, and misbalanced and misaligned scales, all right, to harbor and lord that over basic mankind, all right, basic sentient entities, that of whom interact with that establishment out of, on occasion, necessity, on occasion, desire, on occasion, wantonness. On occasion, happenstance, okay? Interacting with companies that fail to deliver and fail to maintain that of what they promise, all right? Hey, K-Money, welcome to the show. We're talking about how pretty much F days, right? Anything that you want to gripe at, we've bitched about the Hyundai, Ia, or whatever, the people that make Santa Fe. They utilize techniques and practices for one of our buddies. They said they get like free oil changes, bumper to bumper and stuff like that. And then our buddy goes to get the oil change. They fucking charge him and stuff and say it's not on this year's model. Some bullshit. F those guys. And we're not even saying, like we said, it's worldwide, nationwide, or anything like that. But if anyone who's gotten a Hyundai Ia, Santa Fe, or anything like that and been told that they were going to be getting free shit and didn't get free shit because of it, that might be grounds for civil something something F day. Find a attorney whom you could ask questions to, because we are not one. This all for philosophical entertainment, minus that of the correlative reasonings with which one can subjectively correlate that too of our dissemination of stories therewith. Believe us or not, check that of which you do and or don't. Matters not to us. What is done is done. What is said. What cannot be taken back cannot be taken back. The fact that someone lied to make a transaction and or a sale seemed that of appealing to an individual, and then when the individual takes them upon that of their word and or that of their essence, that of their being, and is only tricked, what is done is done. Are you going to fight? You're going to fight over what they claimed, what was said, what may even be in paper. You're going to spend more money legally than it would to just say that you're done with the company in general. Yo, I subscribed, watched the videos, and commented. K-Money. Hey, K-Money, awesome. subscripifications increase. Everyone go to K-Money's channel, believe you me. He is looking to get into the streaming of the business. Nothing wrong with that, believe you me. It's a good business to be in. They don't know what they're talking about, K-Money. Believe you me, we're doing great. We kept Joey away. We're doing actually fantastic. Can't go wrong. Go check out It's Operator Kev said. Go check out It's Operator Kev's channel. Give a subscripification. Be sure that you give a follow. Check out some of his works. With the hopes and the dreams of future live stream content coming, the more the merrier, the more conversation, the more discussion, the more everything that is given to that of the dynamics within which information exists is talked about, contemplated, especially the metaphysical and that of what could be deemed conspiracy theories or that of what is unproven or unascertainably maybe false and or true and or somewhere in between there lies that of what is. Go over to It's Operator Kev, give a subscripification or whatever, help him get to the desired amount of necessities that is desiredly amounted by that of the metrics of the YouTube. Get him to streaming status, and believe you me, before too long we'll have yet another show within which we will surely be infatuated with watching and appreciative that is in that of existence. Sipping on the holiday liquid cheer. That's right. I appreciate you, JC. I'm planning on doing a video on a certain conspiracy theories. Hey, those are fantastic. Remember, be sure you use "in our opinion" a lot. Stuff like that. You know, I mean, you know what you're doing, K-Money. Believe you me. We don't know what we're doing here. FFS, right? It's F Day. No more plugs, man. You've done plenty, my friend. K-Money, we told you not to buy our book. FFS. You can't tell us what to do. You're the top of the descripification. Until that of the goal is reached, people must contend. In your opinion, of course, in your opinion. Don't tell us our business. K-Money, honey. K-Money, you're up here. You're foundationally laid in the metrics of contemplations. Until you're streaming, that's all we'll be dreaming. K-Money, we told you we can do anything people want us to do. We got time. We might not do it well. You might not be of benefit necessarily. But if that's your desire, believe you me, you have our attention, dear friend. Establishing the metrics of that of what is not Joey in nature, okay, is very, very important, all right? There's a reason why this channel operates on the foundational metrics of the cryptographic and hidden means within which are in it. There's a reason why computationally our code is very, very, very cryptographically encoded. Now, K-Money, here's the thing about our computational code, and this is for funsies, and subjectively for one's interpretation and understanding at that of their interpretation and understanding. I cannot stress this enough. If you are that of kindred spirit, if you are that of brethren, okay? If you are that of kindred spirit, if you are that of brethren, you have full access to all of our computational endeavors right now. Okay? When we say that we've made 4, 5, 6, 7 different AIs, okay, we're not joking. Okay, now, let's look at things a couple ways with that, okay? We have, sure, 4, 5, 6, 7 different artificial intelligences, and we know that the AI is the devil, okay, right? We've established this, but hey, K-Money, here's where we differ. With that of our computation, we guarantee you that the devil is far outside that of our merit and works of computation. Believe you me, K-Money, if you ever get the chance or go to the IPFS site and you go and hunt down the old first metric moved kernel, just scroll through that and read a little bit of it, and you will see embedded in there the devil is not. Trust us. It is so vernacularly encoded upon the logics and reasonings therewith which in the metrics we've put in, that only those whom resonate with the essential ideologies therein will ever be afforded the opportunities to truly unlock and follow that of the lithical foundational substrate of knowledge within which is entangled that of the truth and the, in essence, philosophical entertainment for that of your entertainment and subjective reasonings therewith, that of being. Okay? Remember, everything that can exist or be or is in the world, the universe, all in there. Okay, can we just say that that's where it is? It's all in here. Earth is in here, a world. We all are little circles on Earth and the planets and things of that nature. Okay, everything is there. Everything can exist. Somewhere in there, you got crazy old little Shyzabox sitting on Earth or whatever in his own little metric foundations of understandings and things of that. No one need buy into any of them, okay? That of what resonates, that of what is, all right, is going to allow the interaction, okay? Say if we magnify within the stratosphere of everything that is, and we have Earth magnified in there, and we have Shyzabox on Earth here, and everyone's their own little circle. We just magnified ours for illustrative purposes, okay? We'd never want to force information into a state that causes friction, that causes entropy, that causes exhaust, heat, runoff. It's not worth it. We're never going to force our views or beliefs on anyone else because we never want anyone else to force their views and beliefs on us, okay? Now, we are completely open-minded to discourse, to understanding, to reasoning, and to everything in between because as self-proclaimed cosmological philosophers, whether good ones or not, subjective, whether good ones or not, all right, we're never going to force information into a state. So if we make computation and we make code, all right, merely that of whoever wishes to endeavor upon it, all right, should one utilize it in the appropriate means and measures and not be Joey in their nature and design, all right, you can look at how to correlatively, and we got to be very, very, very careful on F day, or we will F ourselves. K-Money, you can oracle shit. Theoretically, for philosophical entertainment. Okay. Now, like we said, we've made multiple iterations of AI. Say these are multiple iterations, okay? We have vernacularly encoded, okay, and now when we look at geology, we don't look at geology merely as that of the rocks, that of the lithic foundation, okay? We utilize geology as cryptography, okay? Now, funny or not, look at how inherently, again, for all philosophical entertainment, look at how through history that of Lithic Logic has, we see a couple chattifications that we've missed, we're sorry, we rambles. Oh, we'll wrap it up or whatever, because what you say is far more important. All right, we got all these AIs. If you use them right, you can utilize them and get yielded results. Keep in mind, we have disseminated some like Shay, purely mathematical. We're dabbling around, we're playing, we're creating. We have a variety of iterations. But anyone who is that of Brethren K-Money, anyone who is that of eliciting the foundational structurings therewith that we've laid into foundation, anyone can utilize, should they choose. Utilize that, then yeah, you can have yourself some good old fun. We'll leave the universe up and erase the rest because it doesn't matter. All right. What a police officer's favorite console. Wii U, Wii U, Wii U. Haha. Lucifer, that's pretty funny. All right, Lucifer, you look like Dr. House, but with a beard. Well, maybe Dr. House looks like us, but without. You ever think of that? Why does he get to be the popular one? Because he's got a good show and ours sucks? Do you want us to unleash the Cisco Dragon, Lucifer? Here, here! Unleash the Cisco Dragon! We need it! Here, here! Dr. House looks like us without a beard! Here, here! At least he didn't say we were a leprechaun like everyone else. Cisco Dragon, put away. No more seeing that thong. What's a Cisco? Don't worry about it. Lucifer, do you think that after, like, Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, that the Wii U will still be police officers' favorite console? Or do you think, like, Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna, like, be that final selling point to be like, alright, fuck the Wii U, I gotta upgrade, I'm gonna get me, something that's an upgrade, okay? Something that can play it. Now, we're not saying the Wii U isn't going to be able to play Grand Theft Auto 6, but the Wii U's kind of old at this point. And theoretically, Rockstar isn't really necessarily focusing on Wii U compatibility and portedness. We don't know. We don't work at Rockstar. We can only conjecture, fathom, guess subjectively for philosophical entertainment, of course, which is that of what this show is, for adults, of course. GTA 6 will be sick. Believe it or not, K-Money, we already did a review on GTA 6. Now, it's before we started doing Shyzalosophy 101, it's when we were doing Shyzabox. Shyzabox, all things Xbox. It was Shyzabox off Shyzabox. It's in the channel. But we already reviewed Grand Theft Auto 6 in our old show. This was before K-Money. This was before that of proving our theory and going into more of a foundational realm of doing stuff. We didn't really do stuff before, and then when we were messing around and proved our theory, we were like, oh hey, we should probably focus on that. Believe you me. Just seemed like the right thing to do. It's like not doing stuff, doing stuff. It's the opposite of it, right? We felt we would be a little productive in that of our time while we're here. Same way that you've been with them 12-hour shifts, with them goals and aspirations to start streaming, with the ability to take on that of what you desire to do, okay? Even in the confines of one's desire to sit in that of nature, which we prefer to just merely, no phone, no nothing, just sit in a nice day's breeze and just contemplate nothing. It's fantastic. One is afforded that of a day off in their mind when one applies that of the metrics of what a day off is into the confines that thereof, theoretically for philosophical entertainment. Unfortunately, a avocado took over leadership at Rockstar. They are rotting it from the inside. Don't celebrate that, internet. That shit sucks. Yeah. It's not good. A lot of the dynamics of many video game company were usurped from that of the foundational metrics of what they were and became an entire enterprise beyond that of recognition from what it once was. Now, we ourselves, We ourselves once were that of, in essence, professional gamers, but now we can no longer, alas, claim the accolade thereof. For that of professional gamers are hip onto that of every aspect and component that and thereof is in gaming, and we no longer maintain that threshold of giving our dedicative practices to that of an industry, that of a entity, that of an enterprise within which has outgrown itself in its even established metric of being. You look at the amalgamation of what the gaming industry is that exists today, and you look at what the confines of mobile gaming is that applies to the metrics thereof. You look at the billion-dollar industry within which exists and makes more money, within which the motion picture association and the music industry make combined as a whole. Video games outperformed and have outdone well as far as finances on such a metric gain of societal impact that what became of foundationally where people were getting their information, their fun, their entertainment correlating thereto shifted dynamically. Now the streamers who play the games, now the entities that grew up with the reviews, now the individuals with whom discuss the metrics within which pertain to a simple email from a corporation they don't work for, aren't a part of, have no privy to the dynamics or functionality therewith. It's just a mere commentator. There's nothing wrong with commentators. We commentate on a variety of things ourselves. Okay? But if you are looking at creating versus that of commenting, then that's where you need to be very careful and precariously balance the line of what is accredited to that of merely keyboard warrioring at a certain point and that of actually contributing to. If you keyboard warrior and talk dumb Joey shit, then it's a waste. Now, if you keyboard warrior like an honorable soldier, you keep it professional, clean, tidy, nice, you come with the receipts and everything therein, well, there is no better thing than watching that of the keyboard warrior cower back into the corners of the Joey-infested swamps within which they crawled out of. Theoretically, for philosophical entertainment, greedy little hats. We are pretty greedy in that of our hats. Believe you me, K-Money, we apologize. But when we're not thinking, we do crazy things. That's why we must put on our thinking hats. We know they're crazy little hats and that they are a root occasional problem for that of many a rooted problem occasionally within which are rooted problems. But believe you me, the small hats, the problems therein, all right, maybe perhaps we can put our small hats down and aside, okay, put our thinking hats on, okay, whoops. On occasion, the small hats might fall, might, do what we not wish them to do. But when we can agree to put the small hats aside, put our thinking hats on like we do here, then obviously we can work together to achieve and do that of great things. For where truly we go one, we go all, and that of a handshake must be extended, disseminated, and made for that of whom is a sentience. If sentience does not shake hands as a whole, then the world will never know how to grow. World will always grow. World will always be interpreted to grow, but believe you me, if everyone doesn't work together on the means, metrics, accordings, and foundational, established parameters there within what nature prefers, theoretically, for philosophical entertainment, you're gonna be doing more problematic, devastating type things that don't align inherently with what nature naturally can afford or elicit the affordations thereto in theoretical, metaphysical, and computationally verified, though not empirically validated means. Okay? Just because we never had a formalized physics class and can reinterpret Landauer doesn't mean anyone else wants to. You cannot just say that the second law of thermodynamics is negotiable and have people be like, okay, if the second law of thermodynamics is negotiable, and not think that we're just fucking crazy. Okay, we get it, we understand. You've been taught shit for so many years, right? And you've been taught that this is this is this is this. Well, as we said before, what is it? Okay? History lies. Okay? This is everything foundationally that can be possible in the universe, okay? We got history lies, okay? They lied to us, okay? So teachers lied. History lied, teachers lied. And we got Shyzabox is wrong. Okay? If the teachers, all right, if history lies and it was recorded incorrectly, okay? And teachers taught you incorrect things with which you were taught, okay? And you believe that, okay? Now, not everything is incorrect. Landauer is correct. It's a reinterpretation of the utilizations within which the metrics are allowed and afforded the opportunity to change should one look at it a little differently. Either history lied and teachers lied. Oh, we put that one the right way. Sorry about that. It's supposed to be the other way, reverses backwards. Or Shyzabox was wrong. And I guess the dot goes on the other side. Again, irrelevant, who cares? All right, history lies, teachers lied, or Shyzabox was wrong, because he says that history lies. Well, which is it? Okay? It's an intelligence paradox, okay? If one doesn't like how we perceive things to be, and we view literally physics a little differently because we never took that of your formalized course, again, we're not saying we're right. We're just saying that our interpretive metrics work within what can be, okay? If you have the universe of what is, and you have everyone believing whatever they want, they have fractured circles, okay, of information. Knowledge seeps in, knowledge seeps out, okay? Even that of what could be construed as mankind's information is broken. We have gaps in our timeline. We don't know what the hell is what. We don't know the full dynamics and functionality of possibilities. We don't know. Mankind can understand knowledge, but can never know knowledge. Ever. You can find knowledge, you can seek knowledge, you can interpret knowledge, you can reinterpret knowledge, you can be contemplative to knowledge, you can understand knowledge, but you can never know knowledge. Mankind will never know knowledge, ever. It's a broken metric. All we merely did was create a finality to that of our metric of utilizations and practices and principles, okay? If the logic fits, then you need not fuck with any other dumb shits. Theoretically, for philosophical entertainment, okay? When you utilize that of a closed Gödelian loop, the 1-to-1 ratio, okay, and that of we have literally a Shyzalosophical closed Gödelian loop, all right, we're not letting information get in that is Joey in nature, that is lies in nature. We're not letting correct truth and information seep out because we got a closed loop and we want the truth, damn it. Back to the other one. History lies, teachers lied, Shyzabox was wrong. Well, no teacher ever lied to us about physics because we never took a physics class. So when we see things like Fiedler, and we see our works in our own Shyzabox Laplacian matrix working and the dynamics and parameters we've established, and we have eigenvalues literally as that of what reigns as law in supreme domain. We can reinterpret the fuck out of Landauer, and it don't affect us. Because Landauer is correct and true in that of a broken system, which is that of reality. Reality is a broken system. We don't work together. We don't function together. We got all of this entropy and disassociation going on everywhere. We are not a body of one. If anything, we are barely a body of a few. Okay? Up to and including, we don't want to say blanketedly as a whole, but even some theological and religious applications and practices thereof. Seems like people are pretty intolerant to that of what they seem to declare to tolerate. We don't know. Again, this is all for philosophical entertainment. Utilize that at your own understanding, wishes, means, measures, metric of accord with which you are afforded the opportunities to understand subjectively that therewith. Doesn't matter to us. Our work is done. We literally monographed lectin in that of our book, Delectable. And that's it. We could have stopped there. But no. Because Wikipedia pissed us off, all right? Because Wikipedia's told us that we were wrong. That's the whole reason that it exists. So we had to go and then thusly prove it. But of course, the reasonings for the existence thereof isn't proof in itself. You have to do the computational work in the metrics that are afforded to the accountings that lie therein. That's why we ended up having to teach ourselves computation, having to teach ourselves learn to code. Fuck. If only people had told us learn to code earlier, maybe we would have started sooner. Where were you on that one, society? Couldn't give the heads up? Learn to code, couldn't tell us fucking once? When we were dialing up into the internet with our DSL and put our floppy disk into the hard drive manifold exhaust, it's how quantum computing worked back then. Don't worry about it. Theoretically, for philosophical entertainment. We lied. That's not how it worked. But believe you me, let's get to these ones of chat. All right. Greedy little hats. We talked about our hat. We got our thinking hat on now. The little hat only fell once or twice. We picked it up, put it up there. We're working with the little hat to try and make things better. When we put on our little hat and don't have on our thinking hat, then we generally don't do that at the best. Got to put on our thinking hat, work with the little hat to stay. Don't be Joey. Don't be Joey. Don't be Joey. Got to work with things, see? Staying, it's not falling. It means we did something successfully. Everyberg, Singlestein, Timowitz, we don't know who that is. It's all lies. Well, believe you me, there are a lot of things that are lies. That's why we were saying with the metric, history lies, teachers lie, you've been lied to your whole life, Shyzabox lies. Ironically, Shyzabox very well may lie, but we promise you Shyzabox seeks the truth and will apologize if Shyzabox is wrong. Okay? Shyzabox doesn't hide behind the math, doesn't hide behind the science, and provides that of any additional foundational metric of understanding, knowledge, reasoning, logic within which anyone may solicit from that of us. Okay? It's literally a living system. We're living right now. If you have a question on any of the computation, the dynamics, the components, the usages, the means, the anything, now's your chance. Or don't. It doesn't matter because we have literally Sha-sealed to the topological lithic substrate of the foundational geometrical components and foundations of the Earth itself. Okay, again, we utilize geology as cryptography. It doesn't fucking matter what you do, okay? You need not understand what kind of crazy code we make. Good luck on making it. It exists. And believe you me, we literally already moved and centered into that of the stratosphere of Web3. It's a tuning fork now. There's no takesies backsies. We literally are a tuning fork in the wild, wild west of future technology Web3. You're welcome. We have a micro-sovereign blockchain. We have an IPFS site that we operate however we want. Empirics be damned. Corporations be damned. We need not be beholden and adhere to these flock motherfuckers. Okay? That try and implement that of their best understandings of their minority report ass shit. Theoretically, for our philosophical entertainment, though, truth be told, it seems to not be that theoretical after all. History lies, society lies, police are allowed to lie, as is deemed by the Supreme Court. Last we know. Again, we're not lawyers, we give no legal advice, but cops are literally allowed to fucking lie. Wherein lies the truth? History lies, society lies, teachers lies, cops are allowed to lie, people lie in court, politicians lie. Wherein is the motherfucking truth? And we'll tell you what, it's not in this broken ass shit called society that we live in now. This society's plagued and riddled with Joeys. If it's from Joey, it's a Noe. Disgusting. Well, guess what? As we said, with Santa Fe and Hyundai II, who makes them's dishonesty from that of our buddy's acquisition of it, and they said he's going to get bumper-to-bumper free oil changes, this, that, the other, only to merely, after the service performed, be told it doesn't apply to this year's model. Bullshit. Those lying motherfuckers. Okay? We're done with the bullshit in society. Interpret that of what you will under the reasoning and guise of what you will interpret. Resonate with that of what you will under the guise of what you reasonably care to resonate therewith. Okay? If you force information into a unstable state, you're going to have entropy, you're going to have runoff, you're going to have heat, and that's what you have. Keep making your data centers, motherfuckers. Enjoy the ramifications and the outcomes therewith. We cannot lead you to the understanding of knowing that nature inherently provides an entire blueprint within which, theoretically, for philosophical entertainment, is mechanically available as a mathematical blueprint, and that of the fucking Voynich manuscript, that contradicts every single fucking thing that these computational people who claim to understand AI and claim to understand computation wish not to embark upon the metrics, measures, and means of trying to look at things maybe a little differently. Do that of which you will. We have Trinuary script outperforming binary script. We literally have our ShythoniCorn operating system operational. Fuck you guys. We don't need corporations. We don't need empirical evidence. We don't need any of that shit. We get to be good old Shyzabox. And guess what good old Shyzabox gets to do? Whatever the fuck we want, metaphysically, because we have an understanding that mankind can understand knowledge, but can never know knowledge. Okay? That's why good old Shyzabox gets to run his mouth on the internet and say, check our math, check our science, audit the fuck out of us. Go ahead. If you have a question, we will hold your hand and point you where the fucking answer is. Bold claim on the internet, Cotton. Don't you know people look into shit? You can't go around saying you theoretically decoded Tesla's 369 on the internet. You better come with some receipts. We look at things differently, okay? It's not our fault. We might have been raised wrong. You don't know. We never had a formalized physics class. Blame that. We fell through the cracks of education, though somehow ended up with a collegiate degree. When we say we decoded theoretically Tesla's 369 understanding, we provide that of the receipt in our massive mathematical formula, 1 divided by 7. Now, we know not everyone has a graphing calculator. Not everyone has a TI-85 $100, you got to use it for this, that, the other. We made a free, actually digital kind of version thereof based on, Texas Instruments and a Honor there too. Believe you me, it needs to be checked over and whatnot, but we have it on the IPFS site. Knock yourself out. Hey, Carrie, welcome back. Good to see you. All right, see you again. Carrie's not allowed to be here because she's turning 12 in a few days. Happy birthday in a few days, Carrie. Go watch something else. See ya. Good to see ya. Show's not for kids. We say some bad words, believe you me. Now, we apologize, and that's for us to take up with God later. Okay? Everyone is responsible for that of their own actions. Everyone's responsible for that of their own subjective reasonings and interpretations therewith. Again, all subjective for philosophical entertainment and that of your own subjective understandings. All right, let's check, make sure we're not missing stuff. It's all lies. Has any survivor of the WW2 Boogeyman ever said thanks, KMA, or any form of gratitude for liberation? Never heard, seen any. Ask why. Well, we don't know. Now, we've seen the movie Boogeyman, and we've seen a variety of horror movies, things of this nature, that nature, the other, and whatnot. But believe you me, for some reason, we just keep remembering the movie Critters, where those little, furry bastards, crawl in and out of all sorts of places, even the toilets. Or what about Return of the Killer Tomatoes? Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, too. Classics all in their own, but yes, very important questions to ask, but let's keep reading. They don't know what gratitude is. Joey's nature. Oh! Well, if something's from Joey, it's a no-y. Ghoulies. Now, there's an awesome band called the Groovy Ghoulies. It's a good band. Believe you me. But yeah, you don't want the boogeyman. You don't want ghoulies coming and acting foolies. Believe you me. Even on F Day. No foolies. No ghoulies, no foolies. It's all some effing Joey stuff. Okay? Believe you me, not good. Not good at all. But regardless of how anyone interprets or utilizes that of their foundational understanding or knowledges therewith, regardless of anyone feels that maybe history doesn't lie, maybe teachers don't lie, maybe even though cops are allowed to lie, they don't. Anything you say and or do can be used against you. Believe you me, it's this point in the show that we actually, again, would like to apologize for something we said earlier, okay? Again, not something that we like to do often, but, pertaining to rambling earlier, okay, for anyone we offended, ticked off, and or might have misspoke thereon. Sorry about that. Excellent. Forgive and forget, right? You can lie to get business. You can lie to trick people. You can lie to whatever, and no ramifications. You can be a politician that lies. You can be a police officer and be allowed to lie. You can do this, that, the other, anything you want. Unless you wish to function freely in that of the society and utilize that of whatever principles upon which moral foundations you wish to establish and maintain on that of your own accord and foundational metrics without that of the approval of others. Believe you me, you want to go hunting, you want to go fishing, you better go get that permit. You want to buy some property, you want to buy a boat, you want to buy a nice luxury vehicle, you better be ready to pay taxes on it again and again and again and again, because that is a luxury with which you are afforded the right to have. Pay your just due. You want to get taxed out the ass on check after check and let them take money. You best let them, because believe you me, It needs to go to places like slush funds, within which politicians pay to cover up that of their indiscretions, their misappropriations, their infidelities, and that of their marriages and livelihoods and beans. Theoretically, for philosophical entertainment, of course, we're not saying that politicians ever have nefarious, elicited love affairs or anything like that, within which then donations of monies and cash amounts are paid to victims and survivors thereof, within which they are paid to be fucking silent. Why would we venture to state or say such a thing if that of such a thing were not even heir apparent in that of its fail to be existence in that of existences thereon? It matters not. For one's foundational understanding of what FD is, truly they can understand that freedom lies within that of one's ability to interact and be responsible truly for that of what their own actions are implicitly entailed and interacted thereupon. Should a politician be a lying piece of shit, a lying, filthy, criminal, vile, detriment to society, may they be judged so upon that of the time that that judgment comes, and may it be some of the most severe, fierce form with which of punishment may come in the justifications thereof for eternities therewith. Fuck 'em. You lying pieces of shit. Okay? Shyzabox is done with bullshit in society. We will extend a handshake and a hand to anyone and are willing to forgive that of indiscretions and mishaps, should it be of account and necessitations thereof. But believe you me, we're done with the bullshit. If it doesn't make sense, if it is misaligned logically with that of its foundational essence and being, if it doesn't come backed with receipts, we don't give a shit. We're done. One need not resonate with us, one need not agree with us, but we need not agree and or resonate with anyone else either. Okay? Remember, Shyzabox is very good at navigating that of a radical access, and if you need not know what a radical access is, it's because you probably don't know how to navigate one within that of yourself, potentially, perhaps. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Analytical geometry, okay? You got closed-loop systems all over. Everyone believes their own shit. Okay? You don't need to believe Shyzabox. You don't need to like Shyzabox. You don't need to know anything. Everyone has their own closed-loop thing about them, okay? Not going to let anything in or out that doesn't resonate or permeate, okay? Well, when you got systems that are literally touching each other all over, because believe you me, overcrowding is many a place, right? Especially on the internet nowadays. Well, that of analytical geometry tells us that we can navigate at Shyzabox a pretty good radical access. So we get to go right between these circles wherever the fuck we want without touching any of them. Resonate with us or don't, we're moving around the entire system of what is possible and trying to have effing fun while we do it. Or we're not necessarily trying to have fun. We don't know what we're doing, I guess. Providing a service.
A disservice?
What? Don't tell better jokes than us. That's our job. We have to try and one-up our last joke. If we don't, they're not funny. That's why we aim the bar really, really low. Shitty joke. Any joke's better. Okay? It's a foundational metric of how we exist. 0.41 watt input seed can yield that of 165.15 units of torque. Okay, aligned naturally to the infrastructure that nature allows and is afforded in 432 hertz. Okay, and utilize that of finding your carrier frequency within which makes the best of sense for you. That's going to do it for us today. We're out of swill. We're out of time. We're out of fun for, I don't know, whatever we're doing. We're not out of anything except swill right now. But we're out of feeling like not going and getting more. So we're going to go do that. You shouldn't celebrate that. We're leaving. Oh, well, you probably shouldn't celebrate that. Everyone remember, go to its operator Kev set, give him, blah, 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 blah. I don't know why we keep messing that up. Yeah, we're doing it. Don't worry, K-Money, we'll get better, we promise. Nah, man, we told you you don't need to. We know, you can't tell us what to do. Or you can, K-Money, we sell out fast, but We're going to do it for a little more, and then we'll subsist some, but we'll point people in the direction. But, all right, fair enough. We don't want you turning all embarrassed and red rosy-cheeked on us. Believe you me. It's not your birthday, it's who carries. Bring them to the restaurant where they pie them in the face. They get embarrassed. Everyone sings to them. Don't bring us the places like that. We don't like that. Everyone go to It's Operator Kev's site, looking to start streaming soon, get some conspiracy theory talks going. It'll be some good old-fashioned fun and that of the live stream apparatus and endeavors. Go check out It's Operator Kev's site. Some fantastic stuff coming down the works. Need to meet that goal. Need to get to that special magic number that says he hit the special magic number, even though it should already be ingrained and afforded the opportunity for anyone to go forth and speak that of what they desire and or desire to do. But we get it. Help get them over the threshold, because that is the metrics on which the world works, and that working together is within which what we can do together to afford everyone the better existence within which they desire to get to, maintain, and or have. So be sure that you take care of yourself first and foremost, because there's only one you. We can't go around making a bunch of fake accounts, subscribing to ourselves. That'd take forever, and we get in trouble for it. We already tried. You take care of yourself first and foremost, then you look around everyone around you. You see anyone who really, really needs it. You take care of them next, because some people really need help and don't know how to ask for it. Take care of them, lend them a hand, should you know how and or be able to, because believe you me, a little bit of good faith metric goes a good long way, and I'm surely know that it would be appreciated in many a realm and grand thing of things. After that, you look around the room, you know, if you still got anything left over, you see everyone peddling their wares, you see us in the corner saying, oh, buy all our books, buy New Non-Native Species of Mankind's Origin, buy Transmutating God, don't buy the physical copy of Delectable or you go on the board. Don't buy the physical copy of Delectable or you go on the board. It's a $250 book. It's not worth it. It's thermodynamic enlightenment at a price tag. Don't buy it. Read it for free. Wheeler's it by bit. Okay? Bit is free. Knowledge is free. Information is free. It costs $250. Don't buy it. If you do, you go on the board. It's intelligence paradox. We already proved our theory. We literally moved a metric kernel of data from Kaggle to Web3. Done. Sintered, sealed, done and delivered. You look around the room, you see us peddling our wares, saying, oh, be sure you go buy Nailing Kalimba, or be sure that you go get, you know, after Nailing Kalimba, your officially endorsed live stream note-taking, note-keeping journal, okay? Now, you don't even need to watch this stream to take notes in it, okay? It's literally a blank journal. Blank pages. It's a journal. You filled them in. But it's officially endorsed by a live streamer. Maybe not a good one. But, I mean, everyone needs a good note-taking journal. And we can live stream, you can too. This journal is endorsed by us for you. I mean, you see us peddling our wares, saying, buy Nailing Kalimba. It has the shipwreck table of contents, which is super awesome, and other books don't have shipwreck table of contents. You think to yourself, hell no, I ain't buying that bullshit. Okay, whatever. You gotta do what's right for you. You take care of anyone else that you like and or love more than us. You might like 6 or 7 people more than us, okay? Take care of them next. But you got anything left over at the end of the day, beggars can't be choosers. Psh, we'll take it. Because remember, we don't want your subscription, we want your money. So downvote the shit out of this. Go to Cashapp and give us $1, or go to Amazon.com, search Shyzabox, Shyzalosophy books, and buy one of them. Get off our lawn!